Salom aziz o'quvchilar, demak darslarimiz davom etadi va bugungi darsimizda ham yana bir yangi mavzuni ko'rib chiqamiz va mavzuyimiz describe an occasion when someone gave you positive advice or suggestions about your work. Ya'ni shunday holatni tasvirlayki, u holatda sizga bir inson ishingiz haqida yaxshi bir tavsiya bergan, mana shu holat haqida gapirib bering deyapti. Qandaydir bir maslahat bergan bo'lishi mumkin, tavsiya bergan bo'lishi mumkin va mana shu haqida gapirib o'taman. Ozgina o'zbekchasini gapirib o'taman, keyin inglizchasiga o'tib ketamiz. Demak, mana shu aynan hozirgi videolarni tayyorlashimga sabablardan biri mana shu menga bir paytlar berilgan advice'lardan advice hisoblanadi. Aslida bir do'stim bilan gaplashganmiz ishim haqida. Ko'proq payt offline'ga ko'proq e'tiborimni qaratardim. Aytganki, shu YouTube'ga ham videolar tayyorlashing kerak. Ya'ni shu YouTube orqali ham videolarni tayyorlab tursang, audiencing oshadi. Ko'proq odamlarga yordam berishing mumkin degan tavsiyani bergandi. Mana shundan keyin o'sha YouTube'ga videolar joylashni boshlaganman va mana shu holatdan keyin mana shu aynan shu videolar ana shu advice'ni samarasi deb aytish mumkin va mana shu haqida gapirib bermoqchiman ozgina. So I want to talk about the time when I received a really good piece of advice. Actually, this video is a product of that advice. We were talking with my friend with whom we studied together at school, and he told me that he knew that I was a teacher and I was doing offline lessons, and he said, why don't you start doing uploading your videos into YouTube? You could increase your subscription base. Maybe you could start online courses. So it would be a great positive change in your life. And then I followed his advice and I started uploading my videos. And in just a few months, I was able to increase my subscription base. Now I have more than 5,000 people. I'm running online courses. And this has been actually a really great positive change in my life. And I was really, I'm thankful to my friend for giving that advice, and I followed his advice and my life changed a lot. Now I'm earning a lot more than I used to, and I have a lot more students than I used to have. And it's not just about, of course, money, but it's more about making positive contribution to people's lives. Now, I'm quite famous, teacher around Uzbekistan, and thousands of people watch my YouTube channel every single day, and I look at the statistics of my channel and I see that every day more than 1,000 views. I have more than 1,000 views, and it gives me really great sense of achievement and pride as well, because I know there are some people around Uzbekistan, my country, and maybe outside of Uzbekistan as well, who are studying and learning something from my videos, and gives me a great sense of achievement. And whenever I wake up in the morning, I always receive the messages when I check my phone, and people would be giving some very positive feedback. They would say like, thank you very much, your videos are great and helped me a lot to achieve my certificate. So I get these kind of messages every single day, and gives me great positive mood right in the morning, and it keeps me, it motivates me to keep doing this good job more, and it has been one of the best pieces of advice I have received, and that's changed a big change in my life. And I'm very thankful and I'm very grateful to have that friend because he gave a really good advice. Okay, demak, mana part 2 savollarga javob berib o'tdik. Endi part 3 savollarga to'xtalib o'tsak ham bo'ladi. Birinchi savolimiz: Do you think negative feedback is more important than positive feedback? No, I don't think so. Well, of course, we need negative feedback, but I think there is more value in positive feedback, and positive feedback would motivate you more to do that thing. And rather than giving negative feedback usually maybe, have a negative impact on your desire to do something. So I would say, no, it's not more important than positive. Now, why is negative feedback as important as positive feedback at work or in studies? Demak, nima uchun negative feedback, positive feedback chalik muhim deyapti. Now, of course, if you keep receiving positive feedback all the time, you might just get used to it, and you may not be open for criticism, and might actually think like that you're doing really well because people always give you positive feedback. And whenever you receive negative feedback, you might feel depressed or stressed because you haven't received this kind of feedback before. So getting used to positive feedback is something really negative. So I think there should be a balance. And as a teacher, I encourage my students to give feedback, and I tell them, I know I'm a good teacher, but try to tell me my mistakes, what I could improve, and try to give some, of course, like criticism, and I'm open for criticism. Okay. Now, in what situations do parents have to encourage their children to do something? Well, in many situations, of course, maybe following a healthy diet, for example, and abstaining from fast food, for example, because otherwise they would probably keep eating unhealthy food. So they should encourage them to eat healthily, nutritious food, and also maybe they should encourage them to study hard, because they tend to be lazy, and if you don't encourage them, if you don't sometimes pressurize them to do something in terms of studies, education, they may not actually do that. So yeah, how can parents encourage their children to do what they don't want? Well, of course, they can encourage them by explaining them. Of course, the first thing is explanation. You have to treat the child like an adult. You have to talk to that child, explain the benefits, the advantages, and disadvantages of doing that thing. And then you have to maybe reward them for doing this. So if you do this, for example, if you do your homework, you can have a playtime. So this kind of encouragement, or if you do this, I'm gonna buy this for you. So yeah, this kind of encouragement would probably make it easy for them to follow your advice. And how can parents and teachers encourage children to study more? Parents and teachers can encourage them by being next to them when they're doing this thing. So for example, instead of just saying, you have to study, go and study. No, just sit down with your child. If you are a teacher, if you're a parent, a mother or father, sit down with them and talk to them and try to do the homework with them together. So they have to feel the support. They have to feel that they're not lonely. Now, if you just tell them, just do your homework, it's good, they probably will not do it. So you have to be probably a supporting person next to them. So this is how you can encourage them to study more. How can employers motivate their staff? Now, there are many ways. They can give incentives. It might be in terms of money. It might be a praise. It might be maybe promotion. It depends of course, on the environment, on the kind of people you want to encourage. So it depends. So the most popular options, the most commonly used things is, of course, money, giving them more money, bonus, performance bonus. So if they achieve certain target, you're going to receive this amount of money. Or you can also motivate them by praising them in front of other people, giving positive feedback, or of course promoting them to better positions. So these are the ways to motivate their staff to work even more effectively. Okay, mana shulardan iborat edi bugungi savollarimiz. Thank you for your attention. See you soon. Take care.